There's nothing wrong with you. Hi, my name is Lacey and I work as a mental health professional, but first and foremost, I am a human. On this channel, I share things that I've noticed both personally and professionally that may be helpful to you. Right now, I work in a private practice, but before that, I've worked other jobs. And when many people come in, there is this sense of nervousness that they kind of present with, and I get this sense a lot of times that they're thinking something must be wrong with me. Maybe they're experiencing a lot of emotional turmoil or things just aren't going right in their life. They might be struggling to cope. I would say most of the time there is nothing wrong with the person. What I do notice is that maybe early on in their life, they have developed habits that are no longer working for them. So my brain works in pictures, and I think of it like that thing that skateboarders skate on. I'm not sure what it's called. But so early on in our life, we develop ways of interacting with people. This could be people pleasing. We develop habits in our behavior. We have routines, all of these things. And at one point in time, these things were working and everything was good. And sometimes we develop these habits out of the need to be liked or survival, ways to cope, that kind of thing. So at one point, it was good, it was positive. But over time, the things that were once working for you kind of slowly begin to go to the other side. And then it becomes that you're experiencing more negative things than positive. So you might be more stressed, more depressed, more anxious, more frustrated. And so that's when people usually come to counseling. At one point in their life, they were doing things fine, everything was working out, but over time, those same behaviors and ways of coping, the negative begins to outweigh the positive. And it doesn't mean that there's not still some positive, but that the negative is starting to greatly outweigh the positive. I guess I have a little bit more of a conservative way of approaching people. I just, in my practice, I haven't really technically felt or said to myself, oh God, there's something wrong with this person. Generally, I don't see anything wrong. I see that they are responding to life in the way that they're responding, and that they are trying to cope the best way they can. And even when I worked with people who had chronic mental illness, they perceived life differently and behaved in different ways, but I didn't necessarily think something was wrong with them because they were just people too. So I would say that if we're trying to figure out if something is wrong with a person, it kind of seems like the people who aren't very concerned about something being wrong, maybe they lack the awareness, those might be the people that something might be wrong with. But typically in my practice, the people who come in, they kind of feel nervous that something's wrong with them and, oh God, what am I going to do? But really, it's just old patterns and habits have become outdated. And because of that, they're experiencing some discomfort. And we just, in counseling, kind of try to figure out how to navigate that and what the best step forward would be. So if you're worried if something's wrong with you, there's probably nothing wrong. You have maybe just come to a point in your life where all the things that were once working for you are no longer working, and you just have to figure out how to navigate that and how you want to move forward. Okay, thanks for watching.